I need to preface this video with just a little bit of information. I went into the demo not knowing the full game had released alongside the demo, so if you go back and watch my live stream, you might be a little bit confused with some of the things that I was saying, particularly around the reviews and the optimization. Lost Soul Aside is the latest Chinese developed title, and just like Black Myth Wukong or Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, LSA immediately impresses with its visuals. The ruins we find ourselves in for the duration of the demo are absolutely gorgeous, and just goes to show that Unreal Engine 4 can still produce some truly amazing scenery and some pretty poor performance. The character models though do look a little out of place, both in their design and animation. One character we meet in the demo looks like they're lifted straight out of a Korean MMO. In fact, this design choice seems to be a common thread through all female characters, with only the males looking like they belong in a Final Fantasy game. Speaking of Final Fantasy, the combat really reminded me of Final Fantasy 15 in fact. Now, I would go so far to compare the original trailer for Final Fantasy 15 when it was still called Final Fantasy 13 Versus. Go for it, go watch the trailer I'm talking about, then play the demo to LSA. In total, it'll take you about an hour or so, and just let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. If you take all of that, add a dash of Devil May Cry, you'll get the combat cadence of Lost Soul Aside. And let me tell you, it works. LSA was not on my radar this year at all, but right now it's jumped to number 3, right behind Borderlands 4 and Ghost of Yotei. And that's based purely on the strength of its combat alone. It was fast, it was flashy, it was fun, but most importantly, it was responsive. Zero input delay, at least in the demo anyway. You have a long sword for light attacks, a great sword for heavy attacks, and 2 specials, with an ultimate that transforms our main character, Kaiser, into Dante from DMC. I mean, literally Dante. And look, my disdain for stamina gauges aside, it worked in LSA. With minor bosses, there's only 2 in the demo, actually taking health damage while you whittle down their stamina bar. And while the one major boss requires the stamina bar to be broken before you can inflict any serious damage, I didn't mind at all because I was having a lot of fun zipping around the arena. Although with the amount of effects clogging the screen at any one time, my brain did have a hard time processing what I was actually doing and what was actually happening. I wish I could tell you about the story, but unfortunately in the demo, all I could gather was that the church is hunting Zoidraxes and they think we work for them. The Steam store gives us a little bit more information by stating that we're traveling through space and time to rescue our girlfriend. Now, going back to the reviews I read before playing, a lot stated that the English voiceover was a little, how do you say, cringy, while the Japanese audio was by far the best, which is how I chose to play. And lastly, that the optimization left a lot to be desired. Now, speaking purely for the demo, which took me roughly 49 minutes to complete, and of those 49 minutes, the performance nosedives for about 5 to 7 minutes, and sporadically too. I couldn't figure out what caused it either. On one occasion, it was during a cutscene of our character jumping around the ruined castle. Another time it happened to be in the middle of a mini-boss fight, but didn't happen during the demo's only major boss. The devs are actively working on a fix for all these issues, at least for the main game. I played this on PC, running a fairly decent rig by anyone's standards. The information is below in the description of this video. I only bring this up because I'm not sure how well this runs on PS5. I wish I could give you some information on the customization, but everything except a boss rush mode is locked in the demo. All in all, Lost Soul Aside was a real surprise for me. Not a game I wanted to play until I worked my way through the demo, and I can honestly tell you that if I get any time between now and Christmas, LSA is certainly a game I'm going to love to jump into. Thank you so much for watching, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, the world is getting crazier and crazier every day. Just be nice to each other. We'll see you next time.